Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Nice to be here with you. If we haven't met before, my name is Caitlin. I am leading meditation class from my bedroom because we just moved. So everything is in boxes and disarray. We're living in a construction zone. There are boxes of tiles and cabinets and an oversized refrigerator that I ordered that is way too big, all outside this door. So I thought, as I often like to do, why not use what's going on with me as a topic for meditation this week and see if it is of use for you. So if you haven't met before, I am an ecstatic spirituality coach. I really try to bring together real life stuff, sex, sexuality, meditation, spirituality, finding belonging, finding inner peace in the chaos, and give you tools that are actually useful that you can utilize. So welcome, so glad to be here with you. If you ever have any requests for a topic for meditation class, you'll always feel free to just let me know. So thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Hello, everyone saying hello. Nice to see you. So I was driving shortly before class and I was missing turns and I was getting angry and I got a phone call about something and I just kind of lost my shit a little bit. I discovered like a little bit before I'm getting a cold sore and I'm like, yo, I think I'm much more stressed out than I realized. And even those of us who practice meditation, think of ourselves as being at least moderately self-aware, can be surprised with how much we're actually feeling, despite what we think we're doing. Like I think, oh, I'm okay, I'm handling this really well. In reality, I'm like, oh fuck, I am stressed. And that's the realization I was sitting with shortly before meditation class with you all. So if you ever find yourself being unduly triggered, angry, irate, nervous, sad, angry, anxious, any of those things, you're not alone. All of us deal with it. And today, I'm going to try and help you find a little more zen, a little more inner peace, even when you're feeling stressed as fuck. So please get comfy. You can sit in a bed, sit in a chair, sit on the floor, lay down, do whatever you'd like to do to get yourself in a place where you can just relax a little bit. Now, if you want, take your hands onto your lap. You can close your eyes or keep your eyes open. Doesn't matter to me, whatever makes you feel happy and good. And we're just gonna start with our breath. So all I want you to do is breathe. Hopefully you're already breathing. And see if you can just slow everything down. I don't want you to try and make yourself breathe slower or deeper. There are definitely practices that people do to change their breath pattern. I don't want you to do that. Just observe where you are. Notice how you're feeling. And notice where the breath is in your body. Notice where are you experiencing breathing. Do you feel it in your chest, in your throat, in your belly, in your back? Maybe you feel your breath somewhere really weird, like you're like, I really feel it in my thumb. Maybe you're so stressed you don't even feel yourself breathing. You're like, ugh, I can't breathe. Whatever it is, it's okay. Wherever you are, it's okay. And this is one of the big themes we're going to talk about tonight and in general. Wherever you are is okay to be. I know many of us think I should be blank, I should be calmer, I should be more peaceful, I should be more joyful, I should be less sad, I should have a better body, I should live in a better place, I should make more money. It doesn't matter. wherever you are, it is okay. Just allow yourself to just be where you are. Accept your given circumstances. Because one of the interesting and surprising universal truths is until you can accept where you are, you cannot move to another place, generally speaking. Because every action has an opposite and equal reaction. The more you push to try and move, the more something will try to push you back. But if you can just accept where you are and fully embrace where you are, then change becomes more possible. Because there isn't a force pushing back at you. When you can love and accept your given circumstance, even if it's challenging, even if it's not where you want to be, then a gateway opens for change. And it's so converse that which many of us were taught. Many of us were taught to try harder, fight harder, want it more, push more. Let that go. What you resist persists. So the more you want to stop feeling stressed, the more stressed you're going to be. Accept yourself where you are. So watch your breath. And you can send an invitation to your breath, a gentle wish to saying, hey, maybe you want to slow down a little bit. Maybe you want to go just a little bit deeper. And maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Who cares? You are where you are, and where you are is perfect. One of the things I've been thinking about the stress of this moving situation and living in chaos with construction right now is, it's fucking stressful. But I also know that when I look back at this time, months from now, years from now, I'm probably going to say, wow, wasn't that fun? Wasn't that a cool adventure? I'm so glad we did that. Things in retrospect feel very different than when we're experiencing them. When they're happening, we so often wish to get through it more quickly and to say, I want this to be over, I want to go back to things being easier. But it's these challenging times that really forge deep memories and deep experiences that we will cherish later on. And so can you appreciate it as it's happening? Can you slow down and just say, yeah, this is intense. But it's okay. I'm going to be where I am. And somebody asked if I could talk about heartbreak. I'll get to you. Hang on till the end. I got you though. I'll talk about that at the end. So can you just sit with yourself? Can you sit with the pain, with the distress, with the discomfort? And allow yourself to be. A line from one of my favorite poems, The Invitation by Oriah Mountain Dreamer says, can you sit with pain, mine or your own, without trying to fade it or fix it or hide it? Can you sit with your pain, mine or your own, without trying to hide it or fade it or fix it? Because life is nothing but a series of stressful situations, right? Just when we think we get everything perfectly lined up, something occurs. Soften. Allow yourself to become a little more loose, a little more relaxed, a little more gentle. When somebody falls from a height, if they tense, they'll break bones. If they can relax, they're more likely to fall uninjured. Relax. Tightening up is not going to save you here. Relax. You need to bend. You need to move with the flow of things. Yeah, it's stressful, but you're going to make it through. You've made it through thus far. I know you've made it through thus far because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this. You'd be dead. You've survived everything thus far. Chances are good you'll make it through this too. Relax. You've got this. Soften. Soften. When you're stressed as fuck, can you just appreciate this given moment? Can you say, I'm alive, there's air in my lungs, there's food in my belly, my body is moving, it is healthy, at least healthy enough for me to be doing all this? I am here. I am alive. I am alive. I am alive, and that's a beautiful thing to be. Not everyone gets that privilege. One of my friends used to frequently say the difference between, and this is a famous quote, but I first heard it through them, the difference between an adventure and an ordeal is one's perspective. The difference between an adventure and an ordeal is one's perspective. And I think we've all had that experience that, like I was saying a few minutes ago, we look back at those challenging times and in retrospect they seem like a lot of fun. They're like, God, I forged a lot of character. I learned a lot about myself. I bonded deeply with people around me. I mean, that's often how most of our deep friendships form, is through trauma. We went through this horrific situation together and it bonded us. The difference between an ordeal and an adventure is one's perspective. So maybe you find yourself in chaos. Maybe you find extenuating circumstances around you are pressing in from all sides. I'm not going to say that it isn't real and it isn't daunting. But can you slow down? Can you allow yourself to breathe? Can you soften? And can you find a moment for gratitude? And I think this is one of the big keys. Can you find at least something for which to be grateful, even in these difficult situations? Can you walk outside and say, God, the weather's beautiful? Or, I'm stressed out, but there's a puppy. Ava, there's a puppy, and puppies make everything better. Hey, Ava. Oh, puppies make everything better. Don't they? Yes, they do. Puppies make everything better. She's had a stressful day. She ate some webbing, and it got all stuck in her butt. That was not fun for her. Can you be grateful for someone who treated you with a small act of kindness? Can you be grateful for having food to eat? Even the little things. Can we just be grateful? Because when we can connect with a sense of gratitude, it really changes the vibration of things. Can you laugh? Can you find something to laugh about, even if it's gallows humor? Yeah, watching a funny movie can be a great way to help. Can you do things things to cool off? Can you go for a walk? Can you go for a swim? A bike ride? Get outside. Outside is a great way to help yourself relax. Ava relaxes by chewing up things. That's how she's relaxing. And as you breathe, can you feel your breath expand around you? And we talk about auras, energy bodies, that sort of woo-hoo things. But we are energetic, right? We're electrical beings. We have a life force. We have an energy field. And I know we've all felt this. When we're feeling joyful and filled with love and happiness, our energy field expands. We feel big. When we're feeling stressed, anxious, tired, angry, hateful, it contracts. We feel small. We feel afraid. We feel protective of our space. So can you breathe into your body and open that energy field? Can you breathe and imagine your breath is expanding around you, that you are surrounded by your breath? Another word for breath is prana, or life force. Can you breathe into the space around you and feel yourself opening up like a flower blooming in the summer light? Because chances are good, if you can start to expand around your limited self, things will feel a little less daunting. Can you allow yourself to get a little bigger? How are you feeling? Feeling a little more relaxed? And then I want to do one specific little guided practice for you. You might want to lay down, or you're just going to close your eyes and imagine yourself lying down. And I want you to imagine that you're laying, floating effortlessly in a body of water. And the water is just flowing effortlessly, and you are flowing with it. And the water is neither cold nor hot. It is that perfect temperature that just soothes you. And this body of water in which you are floating is carrying you exactly to where you need to go. You're flowing with the water, and the water is flowing with you. And it is carrying you around rocks and debris. It is guiding you to the perfect place. And all you have to do is just surrender. Let the water carry you. Let yourself be taken to your perfect place. Because the universe has your back. You are where you're meant to be, and you always have been. I find water to be a very soothing element to focus on. And I want to give you one more idea to reflect on today. There's a beautiful idea articulated by Elizabeth Lesser, who is a really lovely writer and thinker and spiritual being. And she has this idea that pressure, stress, can do one of two things. It can push us in and shut us down, or that pressure can crack us open. And those external stressors can open us up to something deep and profound and beautiful, like cracking open a geode and finding crystals inside. Pressure, stress can forge us into a deeper, better human being if we allow it to crack us open rather than shut us down. And so that's why I try never to begrudge any difficult situation that comes up, and instead just say thank you. Thank you for opening me up. Or as Rumi says, the pain is the place where the light enters you. Allow yourself to crack open. Allow yourself to become wild and ecstatic, joyful. Because on the other side of the pain, on the other side of the frustration, is joy. They're inseparable. That which brings you sorrow will also bring you joy. That which brings you joy will also bring you sorrow. So can we learn to dance no matter what happens? And I think ultimately that's the goal of life, is to get to a point in our own personal and spiritual development that no matter what happens, we can dance. We can sing. We can be radiant. We're going to end this practice today. I just want you to inhale, imagine bright, cleansing, radiant light filling you, pouring down into you. And as you breathe out, I want you to let it all, just any tightness, heaviness, sludge, I just want it to travel down and out of you. Almost like you're taking a giant shit. Just let it go all out of you. Inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, bright, brilliant light. Exhale, any sludge, any heaviness. You are perfect. You have always been. You will always be. You are light made flesh. All has been well. All will be well. Someone is asking if I could talk about heartbreak specifically and what can you do. I would recommend to you, and what I've done in my intense moments of heartbreak, is if you can, go find a big body of water, a river, a lake, an ocean. Go sit beside it or in it. And I want you to ask for that energy of flowing and motion to wash away the heartbreak, to cleanse you. And just talk to the water, talk to the spirits, the energy of the river, the water, and just say, please help me. I've been carrying these emotions and they're so hard. I don't want to carry them anymore. Will you cleanse me? And when I've suffered my deepest heartbreaks, that's what I would do. I would just go and sit. I was living in Chicago, so I would go sit by Lake Michigan and just go ask for the water to take it away. Another thing you can do with heartbreak is send that person love. Remember that those of us who have touched our souls, they're always with us. Whether we're with them or not, whether they want to be in a relationship or not, whether they're alive or not, it doesn't matter. Almost 2 years ago now, I lost my best friend. Not because she died, but after 20 years, something happened where she decided she no longer wanted to be too close to me. Didn't have a conversation, didn't talk to me, just completely ghosted. And I've had a lot of heartbreak, I've had a lot of anger, I've had a lot of rage. But at the end of the day, I can still feel my love for her and the love that she has for me. And even though we may never speak again, for all I know, I can still share and draw upon that love. But we lose people. They die, they disappear, they go on their own way. But we still have the love, always. And love cuts across time and space, life and death. Someone you've loved who's departed, they can still send that love, they can still feel it, you can still share it. I can still feel my grandma who was my closest relative, and all the love we shared. So those are my suggestions for heartbreak. Go to the water and And then also feel the love and know that it doesn't matter whether or not they are with you. The love is what matters, and that's real. Someone also asked, do I practice yoga? How often do I practice? How often do I practice yoga? I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Someone said, I look like Chris Hemsworth, which I was like, I do not, but thank you. I'm deeply flattered. I'm assuming you're asking how often do I practice physical yoga, which I practice pretty much every day. I have since my sophomore year of college, junior year. So quite some time now, since I was 19, 20. So about 15, 16 years every day. Thank you guys for asking questions. It's always fun to have you guys comment and get to respond to things you have. So always feel free, if there's anything you want to talk about, you're welcome to drop it in the chat. And if you ever want to talk more direct face-to-face, right before this, I had a Zoom hangout with my patrons. So that's something that we try to do regularly, is jump on Zoom and get to chat and get to know each other a little bit. So if you want something a little more intimate, that's a fun, low-stakes way to get to do it. How tall am I? I am 6'1". Thank you all. I hope this was beneficial to you. I want to end with just a blessing. So may you be blessed, may you be well, may you be healthy. May you feel and know your worth. May you be loved and share love. May you know that you are nothing other than light made flesh. You are beautiful, you are holy, you are sacred. And there is nothing imperfect about you. You are as you were meant to be. Whoever you are becoming, may you find peace and joy in that. May you find contentment, may you find joy, and may you know your worth. May you find belonging. May you be well and thriving. My wishes for you today. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy life. I hope this meditation was beneficial for you. If you're watching this recorded later, you are still here with us. Time and space is nothing but an experience of our mind. It just does not exist. So if you're watching this in 2047 and YouTube is still a thing, and you're here with us then too. So thank you all so much for taking time. It's a pleasure to be here with you. If you ever want to know more, you can find me on other social media platforms except Instagram, because they banned my account yesterday. So fuck Instagram, good for them. But yeah, Patreon's a good place to get to know me better. And I also work with people one-on-one, so if that's ever something you want to do, feel free to reach out. I am always happy to. You can also check out my books. And sending you love and peace and blessings. Thank you so much for everything. It's an honor to share with you. Have a great night.